Hi Scorpio, welcome to MoonDaughter Esoterica. This is your weekly reading for the week of August 12th through August 18th, 2018. If you're new to this channel, I'd like to invite you to subscribe. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. I'd also like to invite you over to my Facebook page. Follow me over there. I will be doing live readings free. I think it's going to be Wednesdays at 7 p.m. Of course, if that date or time changes, if you follow me, you'll get the notification for that. But I'd love to see you over there. Pull some cards for you. It's going to be a good time. Also, if you'd like a personal reading from me, you can contact me through my website, and I will leave the link for that in the description box below. So let's get started on your reading. The first card I'm pulling from is from the Wisdom of Avalon Oracle card deck. And this card is going to tell us the vibe, the theme of the week, what's going on in your environment. After that, we'll pull some tarot cards to see how that's going to play out for you, Scorpio. All of the cards, excuse me, it fell on the floor. I'll be right back. Here we go. Love for my Scorpios. So if you're in a love relationship, this could be talking about a deepening of that relationship. And of course, if you're single and looking, then love is coming to you. Love can come in many forms, although with this one, with the two, looks like wedding rings above, I really feel like this is more romantic love or deepening relationships for you. And notice the steps are a little bit cracked and raggedy. Sometimes you have to climb a few stairs. Sometimes you have to do a little bit of work to make that happen, but at the end of the day, it's not easy, but it's totally worth it. Let's pull some tarot cards and see how this is going to play out for you, Scorpio. I feel like for some of you, you may have even given up, especially if you're single, like given up on finding love, which I'm done. And so this might be a nice little surprise for you when this comes in this week. I feel like some of you may be actually making connections on social dating sites, which in the most unlikely situation too, I feel like there's at least one app that you're on that you feel like it's a hookup or there's never anybody on there. You might be pleasantly surprised this week, Scorpio. You might make a real connection. And for some of you, you may have just ended a relationship and could still be going through the pain of that, could still be reconciling that within yourself. I do get a sense that a lot of you Scorpios have just sort of given up on love, not interested in love, not pursuing love, and this is literally going to come out of the blue. And it may be just weariness of meeting people, dating, same old lines, even with some of the apps. Again, I feel like for at least a couple of you, there's going to be that app. It could be Tinder where you're just like, no, you don't meet anybody there, and you might actually. So that's pretty cool. But yeah, there's a sense of just being done, and maybe even putting things off. Like, I'm going to take the summer off, not even going to look. I'm going to do something for myself, something I've never done before. So doing things new and exciting without even looking at the possibility of meeting someone, whereas maybe before everything you did, you were looking for someone while you were doing these things. Something totally new for you, and love has not been on the radar. I do feel like some of you are going through still some healing from the ending of a relationship or from a past relationship, and it may be very present in your life this week, Scorpio. Whatever these hurts are, feel them, let them go. That's the way you heal from it. You can't hold on to them. There may be a lot of things popping up out of the blue reminding you, but the more you resist feeling them, the more you resist even talking with a friend or a counselor or somebody close to you, family member. The more you resist that, you shove it down. It's not going anywhere. It's going to stay there, and it's going to pop up at unlikely times. And I think for some of you, this may be happening. The quickest way through it, though, is not to ignore it, is to feel it, acknowledge it, and let it go. And I feel like for those of you in that position, there may even be some bitterness, like, I never want to talk to a person again. I'm done with the falling in love, the dating, the blah, 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 blah. And then out of the blue, an opportunity arises. And with this person coming in, I know it's a queen, could be male or female, With this Queen being present, this person that's coming in may have had sort of the same story, sort of the same viewpoint as you, is just no, gonna have some fun, not looking for love. But this person is actually willing to do the work for a relationship. And it's interesting that I was drawn to the stair steps. This person is willing to climb those stairs with you. Very fiery, very energetic, has a really good perception on potential. But the difference between this and any other court card is this person is willing to work to achieve the potential. They're not just like, wow, 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 wow. They're actually willing to put in the work hard, sun up to sundown to achieve this goal with you. So I think that this is going to be very refreshing for a lot of you Scorpios. Um, in that you're not the one having to do all the work. You're not the one feeling like you have to do all of the communication, because it's not your strong point unless you're in a relationship with someone. Even then, it's not always those deep, heavy talks, or maybe you want to do that and the person you're with really doesn't want to have this 3 or 4 hour love sesh with you just to discuss what to have for breakfast the next day. This person will. This person will. You're going to be pleasantly surprised. Let's pull an Archangel Oracle card. This is from Doreen Virtue's Archangel Oracle card deck. And see which Archangel is going to be working with you in this situation. Because I do see some healing. For those of you who still need to heal, I feel like a lot of you already have and are just sort of doing your own thing. The card that came up is Hello from Heaven, Archangel Azrael. And this really talks about loved ones on the other side being there, sort of stirring the pot, sort of helping things out. If there is someone on the other side, if you have a loved one in spirit that you talk to, that you communicate with, that you feel especially close to, you'll feel this person around, sort of bringing the situation, bringing this matchup together. They're sending you so much love. They've seen what you've been through, and they are really wanting to help you move forward in this, especially if you've gotten stuck in it. It's almost like a boot to the bum to get you moving forward on this. This is heaven sent. This is blessed by your loved ones in spirit. So call on Archangel Azrael to bring them forward, or just call on your loved one. They're going to be there and you'll feel them this week. I do want to pull an animal medicine card to see which animal wishes to lend its medicine to you as you go through this week. Armadillo. Oh, Scorpio. Armadillo is a very interesting animal totem. He wears his armor on his back, and when he's scared, he curls up in a ball, and all you see is the armor. And I feel like this is really how you feel, Scorpio. It's a tough place to be in. But I feel like even when this opportunity comes in, you may want to be cautious, especially if you haven't been cautious in the past. If you found someone, you connect with them, and you're like, okay, you're the one. Let's move forward. Let's do this. Let's get married. Let's have kids. Let's do all of these things. I feel like this time you're going to be moving a little bit more slowly, if that's the case. If it's not the case, caution is fine. Just make sure that you don't spend the entire time curled up in your ball, hiding behind your armor. You do have to communicate. You do have to express. And it's not just what I think, it's what I feel, which may make you feel rather vulnerable, especially if you're still healing. But I understand this person that's coming in for you is so safe to do so. In fact, it'll be very encouraging for you to open up, to let them know how you feel. They'll be very open with how they feel with you as well. And you can move forward slowly together. There's no rush, but make sure you're not curled up in a ball the entire time. This is divinely brought to you, Scorpio. Well, that is all the information I'm getting from your cards this week, Scorpio. I want to thank you very much for watching, and I'd love to see you back here next week. Many blessings and thanks again.